You realize the futility of clinging. The tighter you hold on to what you desire, the further it seems to drift from your grasp. Yet the moment you release, the universe rushes to fill the space you've created. This is the profound wisdom of letting things come to you, of practicing the law of detachment. To release the need for control is to trust in the infinite intelligence of the universe, which knows the perfect timing and path for all things. Control, as you perceive it, is an illusion of false sense of security that only creates tension and resistance. When you cling tightly to outcomes or micromanage every detail, you are not allowing the natural flow of life to unfold. Instead, you are signaling to the universe that you do not trust its ability to deliver your desires. Control arises from the fear of uncertainty, of not knowing how things will turn out. This fear traps you in a state of lack, perpetuating the very circumstances you seek to change. The more you try to control, the more you push your desires away. It's like holding on to sand. The tighter your grip, the faster it slips through your fingers. Releasing the need for control is not about giving up. It's about stepping into a deeper sense of faith and allowing. When you release control, you shift your energy. You move from a state of anxiety and attachment to one of peace and assurance. This shift is powerful because it aligns you with the frequency of your desires. Instead of focusing on what you lack or how things must happen, you open yourself to infinite possibilities. The universe often delivers in ways you cannot foresee, but these ways are always for your highest good. By letting go, you create space for these unseen forces to work in your favor. Consider the act of breathing. You do not consciously control every inhale and exhale, yet your body effortlessly sustains you. In the same way, the universe knows how to orchestrate the fulfillment of your desires. Your role is not to dictate every detail, but to align with the essence of what you want. Imagine how freeing it is to trust that all is being taken care of, even when you cannot see it happening. Releasing the need for control does not mean abandoning your vision. It means holding your vision with clarity while surrendering the how and when. Think of it as planting a garden. You choose the seeds, prepare the soil, and water them regularly. But you cannot force the seeds to sprout. You cannot rush the sun to shine or demand the rain to fall. Nature takes its course, and your garden blooms in its perfect time. Similarly, your desires will manifest when the conditions are right, when you have prepared your inner soil through trust and detachment. One of the most profound ways to release control is to cultivate presence. When you anchor yourself in the present moment, you free yourself from the worry and anticipation of the future. The present moment is where all possibilities converge, and it is here that you find peace. Control lives in the mind, constantly projecting fears or expectations. But when you center yourself in the now, you remember that everything you need is already here. Letting go of control also requires letting go of resistance. Resistance comes in many forms: impatience, doubt, frustration, or the compulsion to force outcomes. These emotions block the flow of abundance and keep you stuck in a cycle of striving. The act of releasing resistance begins with awareness. Notice when you are clinging, when your thoughts are consumed with how things should unfold. Then consciously choose to soften your grip. Breathe deeply and remind yourself that the universe always delivers in divine timing. Detachment is a key part of this process. Detachment does not mean indifference, it means freedom. It is the confidence that what you desire is already yours, without needing to obsess over the specifics. When you detach, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of hope and despair. Instead, you stand firmly in faith, knowing that what is meant for you cannot miss you. Trust is the foundation of releasing control. Trust that life is always working for you, even when circumstances seem uncertain. Trust that delays are not denials but divine alignments. Trust that you do not need to hold the reins for everything to work out perfectly. The universe has a broader perspective and a wisdom far beyond your understanding. By relinquishing control, you allow this wisdom to guide you. As you practice letting go, you may notice a sense of lightness. The burdens of worry and overthinking begin to lift, and you feel more connected to the flow of life. Opportunities arise effortlessly, and synchronicities become a natural occurrence. This is the magic of surrender. When you release control, you step into the flow of grace and allow the universe to exceed your expectations. To release the need for control is to reclaim your power. It is an act of courage and trust, a recognition that you are always supported by forces greater than yourself. Through surrender, you align with the truth that life is not something you must struggle against, but a force you can flow with. It is in this flow that all things come to you, naturally and effortlessly. Focusing on the feeling is the cornerstone of manifesting your desires. It is not the physical form of what you want that carries the power. It is the emotional state that aligns you with the reality you seek. Everything in your life is a reflection of the vibrations you hold within. To change your circumstances, you must first embody the feeling of the outcome you desire. The feeling is the seed of creation. It bypasses logic and intellectual reasoning, moving directly into the realm of the subconscious, where all things are brought into being. The subconscious does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. When you feel something deeply and vividly, your subconscious mind accepts it as truth and begins to arrange circumstances to mirror that state. Consider for a moment the difference between wanting and having. Wanting carries with it the energy of lack. It is a signal to the universe that you do not have what you seek. On the other hand, the feeling of having creates a vibration of fulfillment and abundance. When you dwell in the emotional state of already having your desire, you are aligning with its reality, drawing it closer to you. The challenge lies in shifting your focus from the outer world of appearances to the inner world of feeling. The outer world often reflects the opposite of what you want, creating doubt and discouragement. But to focus on the feeling is to transcend these temporary illusions and align with a deeper truth. It requires imagination and faith to move beyond what you see and step into what you wish to experience. Imagination is a powerful tool in this process. By vividly imagining the scene of your desire fulfilled, you can evoke the emotions that would naturally accompany its realization. For instance, if you wish for financial abundance, imagine yourself living in the freedom and security it provides. Picture the details, the sense of ease, the gratitude, the joy. Let these feelings take root in your heart and grow stronger with each repetition of this mental exercise. Consistency is key when focusing on the feeling. The more you immerse yourself in the emotions of your desired reality, the more natural they become. Over time, they will replace the old patterns of lack and limitation. The subconscious mind responds to repetition, and as you repeatedly feel the joy, peace, or confidence of your fulfilled desire, it begins to manifest that state outwardly. It is also essential to remain unattached to specific forms or outcomes. Often, people fixate on how their desires should appear, which limits the possibilities available to them. By focusing on the feeling, you open yourself to infinite ways in which your desire can manifest. The universe knows the best and most harmonious path to bring your vision to life, and it often exceeds your expectations when you let it. In moments of doubt or impatience, return to the feeling. Doubt is a sign that you are slipping back into the vibration of lack, but the feeling of fulfillment is always available to you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and step into the state of having. Let your imagination and emotions guide you back to the reality you are creating. Gratitude is another powerful ally in this process. When you feel grateful, you affirm that your desire is already yours. Gratitude bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present, amplifying the vibration of abundance and fulfillment. Focusing on the feeling also requires mindfulness. Be aware of the emotions you carry throughout your day as they shape your reality moment by moment. Notice when fear, frustration, or doubt arise and consciously choose to replace them with emotions that align with your desired state. This practice of emotional awareness is not about suppressing negative feelings, but about consciously choosing where to place your attention and energy. The feeling is the bridge between thought and reality. It transforms ideas into experiences, possibilities into manifestations. When you focus on the feeling, you shift from hoping and wishing to knowing and being. You become the embodiment of your desire, radiating the energy that attracts it to you effortlessly. As you cultivate this inner state, you may notice that external circumstances begin to change. Opportunities arise, synchronicities occur, and the people or resources you need come into your life. These are not coincidences, they are the natural result of aligning with the feeling of your desire. The external world is merely a reflection of the inner world, and by focusing on the feeling, you change the reflection itself. Focusing on the feeling is not a passive act, it is a deliberate choice to dwell in the emotional reality of what you want. It requires practice, discipline, and faith, but the results are profound. When you master this inner alignment, you unlock the key to creating a life that reflects your deepest dreams and aspirations. The feeling is the essence of creation, the invisible thread that connects you to the reality you seek. Trusting the process means surrendering to the unseen forces that are constantly working in your favor, even when the evidence is not yet visible. It is the recognition that life operates through a series of perfectly orchestrated events, each serving a purpose in your growth and the fulfillment of your desires. Trusting the process requires faith, patience, and an understanding that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. At times it may seem as though nothing is happening. You may feel as if your efforts are in vain, that your dreams are far from reach, but this perception is an illusion. Beneath the surface, the universe is aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring your vision to life. Trusting the process is about releasing the need to see immediate results and believing that all is unfolding in divine timing. Faith is the foundation of trust. It is the unwavering belief that your desires are on their way, even when the outer world reflects the opposite. This faith is not blind optimism, it is a deep knowing that the laws governing the universe are precise and infallible. When you plant a seed, you do not question whether it will grow. You trust that with time, care, and the right conditions, it will sprout. Similarly, when you set an intention, trust that it will manifest in the perfect way. Patience is a crucial aspect of trusting the process. Impatience arises from a lack of trust, a fear that things will not happen unless you force them. But forcing creates resistance, blocking the natural flow of manifestation. Patience allows you to move through life with ease, knowing that your desires are inevitable. It teaches you to appreciate the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. Every step of the process has value. Even the delays and challenges are part of the greater plan. These moments are not setbacks, but opportunities for growth, learning, and refinement. They prepare you for the manifestation of your desires by shaping you into the person capable of receiving and sustaining them. Trusting the process means embracing these moments as necessary components of your journey, rather than resisting or resenting them. Letting go of control is another essential element of trust. When you try to micromanage every detail of how and when your desires will come, you limit the infinite possibilities available to you. The universe operates beyond the confines of your understanding. By releasing the need to control, you allow the universe to work its magic in ways that surpass your expectations. Trust is about stepping back and letting the flow of life guide you. Synchronicities often serve as reminders that the process is working. These are the moments when events align in seemingly impossible ways, revealing the interconnectedness of all things. When you trust the process, you become more attuned to these signs, recognizing them as affirmations that you are on the right path. These synchronicities are not coincidences, they are evidence of the unseen forces orchestrating your journey. Doubt can be a significant barrier to trust. It creeps in when progress is not immediately visible, convincing you that your efforts are futile. But doubt is a test of your faith, a call to reaffirm your trust in the process. When doubt arises, remind yourself of past experiences where things worked out in ways you could not have predicted. Use these memories as anchors to strengthen your belief in the power of the unseen. Trusting the process also involves tuning into your intuition. Intuition is your inner compass, guiding you toward actions and decisions that align with your highest good. It often speaks in subtle whispers, urging you to take steps that may not make logical sense but feel undeniably right. By listening to your intuition, you align yourself with the flow of the process, moving in harmony with the universe. Gratitude is another powerful practice for cultivating trust. When you express gratitude for what you already have and for what is on its way, you affirm your faith in the process. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, reinforcing the belief that everything is happening for your benefit. It opens your heart to receive and strengthens your connection to the universal flow. The process is not always linear. There may be twists, turns, and unexpected detours. But these deviations are not mistakes, they are redirections towards something even better. Trusting the process means releasing the need for everything to unfold according to your plan and embracing the idea that life's plan is far greater. It is about leaning into uncertainty and finding peace in the unknown. When you trust the process, you step into a state of surrender. This surrender is not passive, it is active faith in motion. It is the willingness to move forward with confidence, even when the path ahead is unclear. It is the understanding that the process is not something separate from you, but an extension of your own creative power. Being present in the now is the essence of true power. The present moment is the only point where life unfolds, where energy flows, and where transformation occurs. It is in the now that you access your ability to create, to feel, and to align with your desires. While the mind often drifts to the past or races into the future, the present moment is where your consciousness holds the greatest influence. The tendency to dwell on the past can be one of the greatest obstacles to being present. Memories of past failures, regrets, or even triumphs can anchor you in a state of inertia, disconnecting you from the opportunities of the present. Similarly, the mind's fixation on the future often manifests as anxiety, anticipation, or impatience. But the past is unchangeable, and the future is a reflection of the seeds you plant in the present moment. To be present is to take the reins of your experience and shape it deliberately. When you immerse yourself in the now, you release the burdens of time. Time, as understood by the mind, is a construct that divides experience into linear sequences. Yet life itself is not segmented, it is an ongoing flow. The present moment is timeless. In this state, you are no longer limited by what has been or what might be. You are free to respond to life with clarity, creativity, and authenticity. The power of presence lies in its ability to align you with your inner being. In the present, you become attuned to the subtle whispers of intuition, the gentle nudges of inspiration, and the profound stillness of your true self. These are often drowned out by the noise of past worries or future fears. But in the quiet of now, you rediscover your connection to the source of all that is. Being present requires a deliberate focus on your senses. Your body exists only in the now, and it serves as an anchor to the present. Pay attention to your breath as it flows in and out, grounding you in the rhythm of life. Feel the texture of the world around you, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of birds in the distance, the scent of the air. These sensations pull your awareness away from abstract thoughts and into the tangible reality of now. The mind, however, resists presence. It thrives on stories, narratives, and constant movement. To quiet the mind and center yourself in the moment, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of observing your thoughts without judgment and gently guiding your attention back to the present. It is not about forcing the mind to be silent, but about cultivating a deeper awareness of the here and now. When you are present, you free yourself from the weight of resistance. Resistance arises when you cling to what was or strive to control what will be. It creates tension, blocking the flow of energy and opportunities. In the present, resistance dissolves, and you step into a state of acceptance. Acceptance does not mean resignation, it means embracing the moment as it is, allowing life to unfold naturally. Presence also enhances your emotional state. Emotions are meant to be experienced fully in the moment they arise. Suppressing them or projecting them into the future distorts their purpose. When you are present, you can observe your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. You recognize them as passing states, not permanent identities. This awareness empowers you to respond to life with balance and intentionality. The now is where creativity thrives. Inspiration flows effortlessly when your mind is not bogged down by worries of the past or projections of the future. In the present, ideas arise with clarity, and actions align with purpose. Creativity is not something you force, it is something you allow to emerge when you are fully engaged in the moment. The present moment also strengthens your relationships. When you are present, you truly listen, connect, and engage with others. You move beyond surface-level interactions and cultivate deeper bonds. Presence allows you to see others without the filters of judgment or distraction, creating space for genuine understanding and compassion. Presence is the key to gratitude. Gratitude is not about wishing for a better future or lamenting what you once had. It is the appreciation of what is right now. When you are present, you become aware of the abundance around you, the small joys, the simple blessings, the beauty that exists in the ordinary. Gratitude flows naturally when your attention is anchored in the now. To be present in the now is to release the illusion of control. The future cannot be controlled, and the past cannot be undone. The only moment that matters is the one you are in. In the now you find freedom, peace, and the limitless potential to shape your reality. You realize that life is not happening to you, it is happening through you moment by moment. In the present, you reconnect with your authentic self. This self is not defined by past mistakes or future aspirations, but by the essence of who you are right now. It is in this state of presence that you tap into the power to create, to love, and to live fully. Presence is not something you achieve, it is something you remember. It is your natural state, always available, always waiting for you to return. Letting go of resistance is essential for aligning with the flow of life and manifesting your desires effortlessly. Resistance is the internal tension that arises when you struggle against what is, when you cling to control, or when you reject the natural unfolding of events. It manifests as doubt, fear, frustration, and the constant need to force outcomes. To let go of resistance is to release this struggle and surrender to the effortless current of life. Resistance often originates from fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or fear of losing what you already have. It creates a mental state of defensiveness where every situation is met with skepticism or overanalysis. The mind, in its attempt to protect you, holds tightly to old patterns and beliefs, even when they no longer serve you. This fear-based resistance blocks the flow of energy and prevents you from fully embracing the opportunities that life presents. When you resist, you are in a state of opposition. You oppose what you do not want, thinking that by focusing on it, you can push it away. However, resistance does not eliminate what you are trying to avoid, it amplifies it. The energy of resistance draws more of what you resist into your experience. To let go of resistance is to stop fighting against what you fear and start directing your focus toward what you desire. Letting go of resistance begins with awareness. You must first recognize where resistance exists within you. It may show up as negative self-talk, recurring doubts, or physical tension in your body. Notice how your thoughts and emotions react to certain situations. Do you find yourself trying to control outcomes or feeling frustrated when things do not go as planned? Awareness is the first step to releasing resistance because it allows you to consciously choose a different response. Acceptance is a powerful antidote to resistance. Acceptance does not mean resigning yourself to circumstances you dislike. It means acknowledging them without judgment or attachment. When you accept what is, you stop feeding resistance and create space for change. Acceptance is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It frees you from the energy of struggle and aligns you with the energy of ease. The act of letting go is not about giving up, but about trusting that life is working for you, not against you. When you let go, you surrender the need to control every detail of how your desires will manifest. You allow the universe to work in its own time and way, knowing that the outcome will serve your highest good. This surrender is not passive, it is an active expression of faith and alignment. Resistance is often fueled by the stories we tell ourselves. These stories may include beliefs like I am not good enough, things never work out for me, or I have to struggle to succeed. These narratives create an internal resistance to change because they anchor you in a limited perception of yourself and your reality. To let go of resistance, examine these stories and replace them with empowering truths. Breathing deeply and intentionally is a simple yet powerful practice for releasing resistance. When you feel tension or frustration building, take a moment to focus on your breath. Inhale deeply, allowing the air to fill your lungs, and exhale slowly, letting go of the tension. Each breath is an opportunity to release resistance and reconnect with the present moment. This practice grounds you in your body and quiets the mind, making it easier to flow with life. Resistance also arises when you attach yourself to specific outcomes. When you demand that things happen in a particular way, you create a rigid framework that blocks the flow of possibilities. Letting go of resistance means detaching from the how and trusting in the process. It means being open to the unexpected and embracing the idea that the universe may have something even better in store for you. Gratitude is another powerful tool for dissolving resistance. When you focus on what you appreciate in your current experience, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. Gratitude softens the edges of resistance and opens your heart to receive more. It reminds you that, even in moments of challenge, there is always something to be thankful for. This perspective transforms resistance into acceptance and acceptance into flow. Resistance can also manifest physically as tension in the body. Practices such as yoga, meditation, or even a simple walk in nature can help release this physical resistance. Movement allows stuck energy to flow and creates a sense of ease within you. When the body relaxes, the mind follows, and resistance naturally dissolves. Letting go of resistance requires you to trust in your own power to create and in the greater forces at work in your life. Resistance thrives on doubt and fear, but trust disarms it completely. Trust that the path ahead is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust that delays are not denials, but divine timing. Trust that even challenges are serving a purpose in your growth. When you let go of resistance, you free yourself to flow with life rather than fight against it. You open yourself to new possibilities and align with the energy of your desires. Letting go is not about losing control. It is about gaining freedom. Freedom to be, freedom to create, and freedom to live in harmony with the natural rhythm of life. Practicing inner certainty is the foundation of manifesting your desires and living in alignment with your true potential. Inner certainty is a deep, unshakable belief in your ability to create, achieve, and receive what you desire. It is the quiet, powerful conviction that what you seek is already yours, even when the external world has yet to reflect it. This inner knowing transcends logic, doubt, and fear, rooting you firmly in the truth of your own power. At its core, inner certainty is not about external validation. It does not rely on evidence from the outside world to affirm your desires. Instead, it arises from the awareness that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are the architects of your reality. When you practice inner certainty, you recognize that everything begins within. The world outside is merely a mirror reflecting the state of your inner being. The process of cultivating inner certainty begins with self-awareness. To develop unwavering belief, you must first become conscious of your current patterns of thought. Are you filled with doubts? And what is, or do you move through life with confidence and clarity? Recognizing the areas where doubt or fear dominates your mind allows you to consciously replace these patterns with affirmations of belief and trust. Inner certainty is closely tied to self-trust. When you trust yourself, you naturally align with the energy of confidence. This trust is built through consistent practices that strengthen your sense of self-worth. It might involve keeping promises to yourself, setting realistic goals, or simply honoring your needs and desires. Each act of self-trust reinforces your inner certainty, creating a solid foundation from which you can manifest your dreams. Visualization is a powerful tool for practicing inner certainty. When you visualize your desires with clarity and detail, you create an internal experience of already having what you seek. This vivid mental imagery bridges the gap between your current reality and your desired state. The more you immerse yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the stronger your inner certainty becomes. Visualization is not just about seeing your desires, it is about feeling the truth of their existence. Inner certainty requires you to silence the noise of doubt, both within and around you. Doubts are often the result of external influences, opinions, societal expectations, or past experiences. These external voices can cloud your inner knowing if you allow them to dominate your thoughts. To practice inner certainty, you must detach from the opinions of others and trust your own intuition. Your path is unique, and only you can know what is right for you. Another essential aspect of inner certainty is emotional alignment. Certainty is not merely a mental exercise, it is a state of being that encompasses your entire emotional and energetic body. When you practice inner certainty, you align your emotions with the belief that what you desire is already yours. This means embodying feelings of joy, gratitude, and peace, as though your desire has already manifested. These emotions act as a magnet, drawing your desires into your experience. Consistency is key in developing inner certainty. Doubt often creeps in when your belief wavers, or when you focus too much on external circumstances. To counteract this, cultivate a daily practice of affirming your inner knowing. This might involve repeating affirmations, meditating on your desires, or journaling about your vision for the future. Each day you dedicate to strengthening your inner certainty builds momentum and reinforces your belief. Inner certainty also thrives on patience. While the mind often seeks instant results, the heart understands the value of divine timing. Practicing inner certainty means trusting that everything is unfolding as it should, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. Patience is not about waiting passively, but about maintaining your belief while continuing to take inspired actions. It is important to remember that inner certainty does not mean the absence of challenges or doubts. It means holding steadfast to your belief, even in the face of uncertainty. Challenges are not obstacles, they are opportunities to deepen your trust and refine your focus. Each time you overcome doubt, your inner certainty grows stronger. Gratitude is a powerful ally in practicing inner certainty. When you focus on what you are already grateful for, you reinforce the energy of abundance and possibility. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to fulfillment, making it easier to trust that your desires are already on their way. Practicing gratitude for your desires as though they have already manifested amplifies your inner certainty. Inner certainty is also about letting go of attachment to the outcome. Paradoxically, the more you cling to a specific result, the more you create resistance. Practicing inner certainty means trusting so completely in your ability to manifest that you release the need to control how or when it happens. This detachment creates space for your desires to flow into your life naturally and effortlessly. At its highest level, inner certainty is about aligning with the essence of who you are. It is the recognition that you are not separate from your desires, you are the creator of them. When you practice inner certainty, you step into your power as a deliberate creator, moving through life with confidence, trust, and an unshakable sense of purpose. Staying open to the unexpected is an essential practice in the art of manifestation and personal growth. It is a mindset that acknowledges life's infinite possibilities and trusts that the path to your desires may unfold in ways beyond your imagination. When you remain open to the unexpected, you release rigid expectations and create space for the universe to surprise you with outcomes that exceed your original vision. Often we become fixated on a specific outcome or pathway, believing it to be the only way to achieve what we want. This attachment to a particular method or timeline limits our ability to recognize opportunities that may arise in other forms. Staying open to the unexpected allows you to step out of this limited perspective and embrace the idea that the universe operates with a wisdom that often surpasses human understanding. When you remain open, you cultivate a sense of curiosity and wonder about the journey. You approach life with the question, what if something even better is possible? This mindset transforms obstacles into stepping stones and detours into opportunities for growth. Instead of seeing challenges as signs of failure, you view them as part of the greater unfolding of your path. The unexpected often comes in the form of synchronicities, those seemingly random events or encounters that align perfectly with your desires. These moments are not accidents, they are the universe's way of guiding you toward what you seek. Staying open to the unexpected means recognizing these signs and acting on them, even when they appear unconventional or unrelated to your goals. Fear of the unknown is one of the primary barriers to embracing the unexpected. The mind often seeks certainty and control, resisting anything that falls outside its plans. However, life is inherently uncertain, and true growth requires stepping into this uncertainty with faith. When you stay open to the unexpected, you develop the courage to trust in life's unfolding, even when the path ahead is unclear. Practicing openness involves releasing the need to micromanage every detail of your journey. It means allowing space for surprises, for detours, and for outcomes that may not match your original plan but ultimately serve your highest good. This release is not about giving up on your desires, but about trusting that the how will take care of itself. Your job is to focus on the essence of what you want, not the specifics of how it will arrive. One way to cultivate openness is to shift your perspective from attachment to exploration. Instead of clinging to a single route, treat your journey as an adventure filled with possibilities. Each step becomes an opportunity to discover something new about yourself, your desires, and the world around you. This sense of exploration keeps your energy expansive and aligned with the flow of life. Openness also requires flexibility. Life rarely unfolds in a straight line, and staying open to the unexpected means adapting to changes with grace. Flexibility allows you to pivot when necessary, to explore alternative paths, and to remain resilient in the face of challenges. It is the ability to flow with life rather than resist it, trusting that every twist and turn is part of a greater plan. Another important aspect of staying open to the unexpected is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is already present, creating a sense of abundance and receptivity. When you are grateful, you become more attuned to the opportunities and blessings that come your way, even when they do not align with your initial expectations. Gratitude opens your heart and mind to receive life's gifts, no matter how they are packaged. Staying open to the unexpected does not mean abandoning your goals or desires. It means holding your vision loosely, allowing it to evolve and expand in ways that serve your highest good. Sometimes the unexpected brings clarity to what you truly want, refining your vision and aligning you more closely with your authentic self. The unexpected also provides opportunities for growth that you may not have anticipated. It pushes you out of your comfort zone and challenges you to develop new skills, perspectives, and strengths. These moments of growth are often disguised as detours or delays, but they are integral to your journey. By staying open to the unexpected, you embrace these opportunities and transform them into stepping stones toward your goals. When you stay open, you align with the energy of possibility. You signal to the universe that you are ready to receive, not just in the ways you have imagined, but in all the ways that serve your highest potential. This openness creates a magnetic field of attraction, drawing experiences and opportunities that resonate with your desires. Staying open to the unexpected is an act of trust and surrender. It requires faith in the unseen, belief in the limitless nature of life, and the willingness to release control. This openness allows you to flow with the natural rhythm of life, to embrace its surprises, and to experience the joy of unexpected blessings. The journey to letting things come to you is one of profound transformation, rooted in trust, patience, and alignment with your inner self. It is about releasing the need to control, focusing on the feeling of your desires fulfilled, and trusting the process without resistance. By being present in the now, letting go of resistance, and practicing inner certainty, you open yourself to the limitless possibilities life has to offer. Staying open to the unexpected ensures that you remain aligned with the infinite creativity of the universe, allowing it to work on your behalf in miraculous ways. This path is not about passivity, but about embodying a deep sense of faith and allowing your inspired actions to arise from a place of clarity and ease. It is about realizing that your desires are not separate from you, but are already present, waiting to manifest in perfect timing and form. Letting things come to you is not just a practice, it is a way of being, an invitation to live in harmony with the flow of life, where everything you seek is already seeking you. Every great achievement begins with an audacious thought, a whisper in your mind urging you to step beyond your comfort zone. Yet how often do you suppress that whisper with a resounding voice of doubt? How often do you convince yourself that what you want is too grand, too far beyond reach? The truth is, doubt is not your truth. It is a shadow, a mere illusion born of fear, and it has no power except the power you give it. The desires of your heart are not random, they are the seeds of your potential waiting to bloom. Today I invite you to strip away the cloak of hesitation and step boldly into the life you are meant to live. This is not a plea to hope for a better life, but a call to claim it. Stop doubting yourself and go after what you really want, for everything you seek is already within your grasp. You just need to believe, act, and watch the magic unfold. Every human being possesses an extraordinary power, often underestimated or misunderstood. This power is the ability to create. The life you live today, the circumstances surrounding you, and the path you walk are not accidental. They are shaped by your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Many fail to grasp that they are the architects of their experiences, mistaking external conditions as fixed and unchangeable forces. But the truth is far more liberating. You are, and always have been, the creator of your life. When you truly internalize this concept, it transforms how you view yourself and the world around you. Your mind is not just a vessel for passive thoughts, but a dynamic force that molds reality. Every thought you entertain and every emotion you feel is like a brushstroke on the canvas of your existence. When your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and limitations, the life you paint reflects these qualities. Conversely, when your thoughts align with confidence, purpose, and belief, your life begins to take on a shape that mirrors these attributes. I think for a moment about the desires that stir within you. These desires are not arbitrary, they are unique to you, because they are expressions of what you are meant to create. If you long for success, love, adventure, or peace, these feelings are not frivolous, they are calls from the deepest parts of your being to bring these experiences into your life. The universe whispers to you through your desires, showing you the path to your highest potential. However, the act of creation requires responsibility. To create the life you truly want, you must first take ownership of where you are. It's easy to blame external circumstances, others, luck, or fate for the conditions you find yourself in. But this mindset robs you of your creative power. Only by acknowledging that you have contributed to your current reality, whether consciously or unconsciously, can you begin to reclaim the power to shape your future. Creation begins in the mind. The images you hold, the scenarios you replay, and the words you speak to yourself all play a role in constructing your life. If you constantly imagine failure or rejection, you invite these experiences into your world. But if you dare to visualize success, to feel the joy of achievement before it materializes, you begin to draw those very outcomes toward you. This is not wishful thinking, it is the fundamental law of creation. Your beliefs act as the foundation for everything you create. If you believe you are limited, incapable, or unworthy, your actions will align with those beliefs, and your reality will reflect them. But the moment you choose to believe in your capability, in your worthiness, and in the abundance of possibilities around you, your actions change, and so does your life. Belief is the seed from which every creation grows. It's important to recognize that creation does not happen instantly. It is a process. Just as a gardener plants a seed and nurtures it with water, sunlight, and care, you must nurture your desires with consistent thoughts, feelings, and actions that align with them. This requires patience and trust. The gardener does not dig up the seed each day to check if it is growing. They trust that with time and the right conditions, it will bloom. In the same way, you must trust that the life you are creating is unfolding, even when you cannot yet see the results. Your environment, relationships, and even your challenges are reflections of the energy you project. When you understand this, you no longer see obstacles as insurmountable. Instead, you see them as opportunities to refine your vision and strengthen your resolve. Every setback becomes a lesson, every challenge a stepping stone, because you understand that you are not a victim of circumstance, but the creator of your response to it. There is a profound freedom in knowing that you hold the reins of your life. It means that no matter where you are or what has happened in the past, you have the power to change your trajectory. You do not need permission from anyone or anything to create the life you desire. The moment you decide to shift your focus from doubt to belief, from hesitation to action, the wheels of creation begin to turn in your favor. This is the essence of being the creator of your life, realizing that your reality is a reflection of your inner state, taking responsibility for that state, and aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the vision you wish to bring forth. Doubt is a silent thief, creeping into the corners of your mind, eroding your confidence and weakening your resolve. It is subtle, often disguised as practicality or caution, but its effects are profound and far-reaching. Doubt saps your ability to fully commit to your goals, leaving you stranded between desire and disbelief, unable to harness the full force of your creative power. The mind is a fertile ground where seeds of belief or doubt take root and grow. Belief is a powerful force that aligns your actions, emotions, and energy toward achieving your desires. Doubt, however, is like a weed that chokes the life out of those positive seeds, diverting your focus and scattering your energy. The two cannot coexist, for doubt undermines the foundation upon which belief is built. It is not enough to wish for something or to want it. You must believe with unwavering certainty that it is possible. Doubt often arises from fear of failure, rejection, or inadequacy. It whispers to you that you are not ready, not skilled enough, not deserving. These whispers may seem logical at times, but they are rooted in illusion. The more you entertain these doubts, the more power you give them, allowing them to grow louder and stronger until they drown out the voice of belief within you. The danger of doubt lies not only in its ability to diminish your confidence, but also in its capacity to paralyze action. When you doubt yourself or your dreams, you hesitate. This hesitation creates a gap between intention and execution, a gap where opportunities slip away. Doubt convinces you to delay, wait for the right moment, or to gather more evidence before you move forward. But in truth, the longer you wait, the more doubt gains a foothold, and the less likely you are to take the bold steps necessary to achieve your goals. Doubt also distorts your perception of reality. Instead of seeing possibilities, you see obstacles. Instead of noticing opportunities, you notice risks. Your mind becomes preoccupied with all the reasons why something cannot happen, rather than focusing on the infinite ways it could. This skewed perspective limits your ability to recognize and seize the chances that are already present. Doubt creates blind spots that obscure the path to success. What makes doubt so insidious is that it often masquerades as rationality. It tells you to be realistic to play it safe, or to avoid disappointment by lowering your expectations. While there is value in careful planning and preparation, doubt goes beyond this. It undermines your belief in yourself and your vision. It leads you to second-guess your decisions and question your worth, pulling you away from the clarity and conviction needed to manifest your desires. Doubt can also be contagious. Surrounding yourself with people who project their own fears and uncertainties onto you can amplify your own doubts. Their skepticism, often born from their own experiences or limitations, can seep into your consciousness if you allow it. This is why it is essential to guard your mind against external influences that fuel your doubts. Seek environments and relationships that nurture belief and confidence instead. The energy you bring to any endeavor determines its outcome. When you approach your goals with confidence and certainty, you emit a magnetic force that attracts the resources, people, and circumstances needed to succeed. But when doubt permeates your energy, it sends conflicting signals to the world around you. Doubt creates resistance, blocking the flow of opportunities and delaying the realization of your desires. Doubt also undermines your ability to stay consistent. One moment, you may feel inspired and motivated, ready to take on the world. The next, doubt creeps in, and your momentum falters. This inconsistency disrupts the alignment between your thoughts, feelings, and actions, making it harder to sustain progress toward your goals. It is like trying to sail a boat with an anchor dragging behind you. No matter how hard you row, you remain stuck. The antidote to doubt is not denial or avoidance, but awareness and intentionality. Recognize when doubt arises and confront it with truth. Doubt thrives in uncertainty, so replace it with clarity. Doubt feeds on fear, so counter it with courage. By shifting your focus from doubt to belief, You reclaim your power and restore the alignment necessary for creation. Doubt, left unchecked, can diminish your power to create the life you desire. It clouds your vision, weakens your resolve, and delays your progress. But when you identify it for what it is, a barrier of your own making, you can begin to dismantle its hold on you. By choosing to nurture belief over doubt, you regain the strength and certainty to move boldly in the direction of your dreams. Your desires are not random or meaningless. They are the whispers of a deeper intelligence guiding you toward your highest potential. They are not distractions to be ignored or suppressed, but divine nudges, carefully placed within your heart to awaken you to the life you are meant to create. These desires are as unique as your fingerprints, tailored to your specific journey, and they carry within them the seeds of your fulfillment. To understand desires as divine nudges, you must first recognize their origin. Desires are born from the deepest parts of your being, emerging not from shallow wants, but from the core of who you are. They arise because you are capable of bringing them to life. The longing you feel for something greater, a career, a relationship, a purpose, is not accidental. It is a reflection of what is already possible for you. Each desire holds a sacred message, urging you to grow, to expand, and to transform. They are not about the material object or achievement itself, but about the journey and evolution that pursuit requires of you. For example, a desire for success is not merely about gaining wealth or recognition. It is about becoming the kind of person who can attract and sustain such success. It is about developing discipline, resilience, and confidence, qualities that enrich your life far beyond the initial goal. The presence of a desire is evidence of its attainability. If you were not meant to achieve something, the thought of it would not resonate with you. Your desires are encoded with the potential for their realization, much like a seed contains everything necessary to grow into a towering tree. But just as a seed requires nurturing, so too do your desires require faith, focus, and action to manifest. Desires also serve as a compass, pointing you toward your true path. They often appear as a feeling of excitement, curiosity, or even restlessness, urging you to move in a particular direction. When you ignore these feelings or allow doubt to cloud them, you lose touch with the guidance that your desires provide. But when you listen to them and honor their presence, you align yourself with a force greater than your own understanding. Many people struggle with the idea of pursuing their desires because they equate desire with selfishness or indulgence. They convince themselves that their longings are impractical or unworthy of pursuit. Yet denying your desires is not a sign of humility, it is a denial of your essence. When you suppress your deepest yearnings, you not only deprive yourself of fulfillment, but also deny the world the unique gifts you are meant to share. Desires are also a call to trust the unknown. Often your dreams will take you into unfamiliar territory, requiring you to step out of your comfort zone. This can be unsettling, as the path forward may not always be clear. But this is where the true magic lies. Desires invite you to let go of control and to trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor. They push you to believe in possibilities that are not yet visible, but are nonetheless real. Consider how desires unfold in your imagination. The vivid images, emotions, and sensations that accompany them are not mere fantasies. They are glimpses of what can be. When you allow yourself to fully embrace these visions, you begin to activate the creative power within you. Your desires, when held with faith and clarity, act as magnets, drawing the necessary circumstances, resources, and people into your life to bring them to fruition. It is important to recognize that desires evolve. What you long for today may shift and grow as you journey through life. This is not a sign of inconsistency, but a reflection of your continuous expansion. As you fulfill one desire, new ones emerge, each building upon the last, guiding you to greater levels of awareness and purpose. This cycle of desire and fulfillment is the very essence of life's creative process. Desires are not burdens, they are blessings. They are the universe's way of communicating with you, showing you what is possible and what lies ahead. They are an invitation to co-create with the divine, to step into your power, and to realize the extraordinary potential that resides within you. By embracing your desires, you honor not only yourself but also the source from which they come. Imagination is the genesis of all creation. Every structure, invention, or achievement that exists in the physical world was first formed as a vision within someone's mind. It is in the unseen realm of imagination that reality is conceived, nurtured, and ultimately born. Your ability to imagine is the foundation of your ability to manifest the life you desire. Without imagination, there can be no reality, for the external world is merely a reflection of the internal. When you close your eyes and visualize a life you wish to live, you are engaging in the most powerful act of creation. Imagination is not idle daydreaming, it is the deliberate shaping of possibilities into form. In the quiet spaces of your mind, you hold the power to paint a canvas of the future. Each thought, each mental picture, is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness. These seeds grow according to the clarity and conviction with which they are envisioned. Your imagination is not bound by the limitations of the present moment. It transcends the constraints of time, space, and circumstance, allowing you to explore what could be rather than what is. This freedom is what makes imagination so essential to transformation. It enables you to step beyond the confines of your current reality and enter a realm where your desires have already been fulfilled. By dwelling in this space consistently, you begin to align yourself with the very reality you seek to create. The process of imagination precedes physical manifestation because energy follows thought. When you imagine something vividly and with feeling, you are setting into motion the forces that bring it into existence. The mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It responds to your thoughts as though they are facts. This is why visualization, when done with faith and focus, can have such profound effects. You are essentially rehearsing your future, preparing your mind and emotions to receive it. Imagination is not merely a tool for personal aspirations, it is the driving force behind collective progress. Consider the greatest achievements in history. Every groundbreaking discovery, every monumental leap forward began as an idea in the mind of an individual. The Wright brothers envisioned flight long before the first airplane lifted off the ground. Visionaries like these dared to see beyond what was deemed possible, using their imagination to chart a new course for humanity. However, the power of imagination is often underestimated or overlooked. Many people become trapped in the routine of their daily lives, allowing their thoughts to be dictated by circumstances rather than possibilities. They focus on what is instead of what could be, and in doing so, they limit their potential. To harness the creative power of imagination, you must break free from the constraints of the present and train your mind to see the unseen. Imagination also requires courage, for it challenges you to dream bigger than your current reality might suggest. It asks you to suspend disbelief and to embrace the possibility of something greater. This can be uncomfortable, especially when doubts and fears arise. Yet it is in these moments that imagination becomes most crucial. When you dare to imagine a better future, you are choosing to prioritize possibility over limitation, belief over doubt. The images you hold in your mind have a magnetic quality. They attract corresponding experiences, opportunities, and outcomes into your life. When you consistently imagine yourself living the life you desire, you create a mental blueprint that the universe begins to build upon. Your imagination acts as the architect, and the world around you begins to shift in response to the vision you have created. Imagination is not bound by logic or practicality, and that is its greatest strength. It allows you to see beyond the immediate and to embrace a reality that is still forming. Even when the path to your desire seems unclear or impossible, imagination provides a way forward. It is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, the intangible and the tangible. The more you use your imagination, the more vivid and real your visions become. Like any skill, it strengthens with practice. By consistently engaging with your imagination, you train your mind to focus on what you want, rather than what you fear. This shift in focus is what turns dreams into reality, for where your attention goes, energy flows. Imagination precedes reality because reality cannot exist without it. Everything you experience in life begins as a thought, a feeling, or a vision within your mind. The clearer and more confident you are in your imagination, the more powerfully you shape the reality that unfolds around you. Your imagination is the starting point of all creation, the spark that ignites the flame of your potential. Belief alone is a powerful force, but when paired with action, it becomes unstoppable. Action is the physical manifestation of your belief system, the outward expression of the inner conviction that something is not only possible but inevitable. Your actions are a reflection of what you hold to be true, whether those beliefs are empowering or limiting. When you deeply believe in a vision, your behavior naturally aligns with that vision. Your choices, your habits, and even your energy begin to shift to support what you hold in your mind. For example, if you truly believe that you are destined for success, your actions will demonstrate this belief through persistence, discipline, and focus. You will seize opportunities, make bold moves, and remain committed even in the face of challenges because your belief fuels your every step. Action serves as a signal to the universe, affirming the reality you are creating within. It is one thing to visualize and imagine your desires, but it is through action that you affirm, "I am ready to receive." Each step you take, no matter how small, reinforces your faith and strengthens the connection between your inner world and outer reality. This alignment of action and belief is not about forcing or struggling to make something happen. Rather, it is about taking inspired action steps that feel natural and align with the vision you hold. When your actions arise from a place of belief, they carry a certain ease and flow. They are not born from desperation, but from a sense of confidence and inevitability. Conversely, when your actions contradict your beliefs, it creates a state of misalignment that can hinder progress. For example, if you say you believe in abundance, but act from a place of scarcity, hoarding resources, avoiding risks, or doubting opportunities, you send conflicting signals to your subconscious mind. This inconsistency can create resistance, as your actions do not validate the beliefs you claim to hold. True alignment requires not only acting in accordance with your beliefs, but also ensuring that your beliefs are empowering. Negative or self-limiting beliefs can lead to self-sabotaging behaviors, even if you take consistent action. For instance, if you believe you are unworthy of success, your actions may reflect hesitation, procrastination, or fear. To align your actions with belief, you must first cultivate a mindset that supports your goals and aspirations. Action also reinforces belief in a cyclical relationship. When you take a step toward your vision, you build evidence that your belief is valid. This evidence, in turn, strengthens your belief, making it easier to take the next step. Over time, this cycle of belief and action compounds, creating momentum that propels you toward your desired outcome. Aligned action requires clarity. You must have a clear vision of what you want and a deep understanding of why you want it. When your vision is vague or undefined, your actions will lack direction and purpose. Clarity gives your actions focus, allowing you to channel your energy toward the outcomes you desire. It is important to recognize that aligned action does not always produce immediate results. There will be times when your efforts seem to yield little progress, but this is not a sign to stop. Instead, it is an invitation to refine your approach, deepen your belief, and continue moving forward. Each action you take plants a seed, even if the harvest is not yet visible. Aligned action also involves trust in yourself, trust in your vision, and trust in the process. When you act from a place of belief, you are not just taking steps for the sake of motion, you are stepping into alignment with a greater purpose. This trust allows you to remain committed, even when the path is uncertain or the outcome seems distant. Taking action aligned with belief also means being intentional about the energy you bring to your actions. It is not enough to go through the motions, the quality of your actions matters. When you approach your task with enthusiasm, faith, and a sense of purpose, you amplify their impact. Even the smallest action, when done with conviction, can create ripples that lead to profound change. Action aligned with belief transforms potential into reality. It bridges the gap between what is imagined and what is experienced. Your beliefs may guide your vision, but your actions are what bring it to life. By aligning what you do with what you believe, you activate the full creative power within you, setting the stage for the reality you desire to unfold. Failure, as it is commonly understood, does not exist. It is not a definitive end, but a perception shaped by your perspective. What you may label as failure is, in truth, a stepping stone, a moment of learning, or an opportunity for growth. The concept of failure is only real when you accept it as such. Shift your mindset, and failure dissolves, revealing itself to be nothing more than feedback, guiding you toward your goal. Every perceived failure is a teacher, offering insights that success cannot. It reveals the areas that require refinement, the strategies that need adjusting, and the beliefs that must be strengthened, rather than being assigned to stop. Failure is an invitation to reassess, to innovate, and to persist. It serves as the universe's way of redirecting you, ensuring that you align with the best possible outcome. Failure becomes an illusion when you recognize that every experience, no matter how challenging, contributes to your ultimate success. The road to achievement is rarely linear. It is marked by twists, turns, and detours that may seem like setbacks but are, in fact, part of the process. Each so-called failure builds resilience, sharpens your focus, and deepens your understanding of what you truly desire. When you attach your self-worth to outcomes, failure can feel devastating. However, your worth is not determined by external results. It is inherent and unchanging. By detaching from the fear of failure, you free yourself to take bold risks, explore new possibilities, and fully commit to your vision. This freedom is essential for growth, as it allows you to move forward without the weight of doubt or hesitation. The fear of failure often stems from societal conditioning, which equates success with perfection and failure with inadequacy. This binary thinking creates unnecessary pressure and limits your potential. In reality, failure is a natural part of the creative process. It is through trial and error that innovation occurs, through missteps that mastery is achieved. The most successful individuals are not those who avoid failure, but those who embrace it as a necessary part of their journey. Consider the stories of great inventors, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Their paths are often marked by countless failures, each one contributing to their eventual triumph. Thomas Edison famously said of his journey to invent the light bulb, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His perspective reframed failure as progress, demonstrating that persistence and belief transform setbacks into stepping stones. Failure is only an illusion, because it does not define you. The meaning you assign to any experience is what shapes your reality. When you view failure as final, you limit yourself to a narrow interpretation of your potential. When you see it as temporary, as a part of the journey, you unlock your ability to grow beyond it. The difference lies in your mindset, in your willingness to reinterpret failure as a necessary part of achieving success. Failures often carry hidden gifts, lessons that prepare you for the next phase of your journey. They teach you patience, adaptability, and humility. They reveal your true desires, stripping away what no longer serves you and clarifying what matters most. These lessons are invaluable, and they often come disguised as obstacles or setbacks. The illusion of failure is also tied to the timeline you impose on your goals. When results do not come as quickly as you expect, you may be tempted to view the delay as failure. However, the timing of your manifestations is often beyond your control. Trusting in the process and staying committed to your vision, regardless of temporary setbacks, allows you to move forward with confidence. What many see as failure is often the precursor to success. It is the space where growth occurs, where resilience is forged, and where the foundation for future achievement is laid. Each time you face a challenge and choose to rise above it, you redefine what is possible for yourself. You prove that failure is not an end, but a beginning, a starting point for something greater. Failure ceases to exist the moment you view it as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. It becomes a catalyst for transformation, urging you to evolve, to think differently, and to approach your goals with renewed determination. By embracing this perspective, you free yourself from the fear of failure and step fully into the creative power that lies within you. To claim what is yours is to step into the certainty that your desires are already fulfilled. It is a declaration of ownership, an act of confidence that what you seek is not separate from you, but already an inherent part of your being. Your desires are not random, they are indicators of the life that is meant for you, and by claiming them, you assert your alignment with their reality. The act of claiming begins with a mindset of assurance. When you truly believe that what you desire is yours, there is no room for hesitation or doubt. You do not need to seek permission or validation from the world. Instead, you move with the quiet conviction that your goals and dreams are already within your grasp. This inner certainty radiates outward, influencing your actions, your decisions, and even the opportunities that come your way. Claiming what is yours does not involve force or struggle. It is not about demanding or controlling external circumstances. Instead, it is about embodying the energy of having. When you claim something, you align your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors with the reality of already possessing it. This alignment creates a powerful magnetic force, drawing your desires into your experience effortlessly. The world often teaches us to wait, to prove ourselves, or to earn our desires through effort and sacrifice. But claiming what is yours requires a shift away from these limiting beliefs. It invites you to recognize that you are already deserving, already capable, and already connected to the life you envision. You do not have to justify your desires to anyone, including yourself. Simply by existing, you are worthy of all that you seek. The power of claiming lies in your ability to move beyond the illusion of lack. When you see yourself as separate from your desires, you create resistance that keeps them at a distance. But when you claim what is yours, you dissolve this separation, stepping into the understanding that you and your desires are one. This unity is the key to manifestation, as it aligns your inner state with the reality you wish to experience. Claiming what is yours also requires a willingness to release fear and doubt. Fear convinces you to play small, to settle for less, and to question your worthiness. Doubt keeps you stuck, second-guessing your decisions and hesitating to take action. But when you claim what is yours, you silence these voices, choosing instead to stand firmly in the truth of your power. This choice is an act of courage, one that signals to the universe that you are ready to receive. It is important to recognize that claiming does not mean clinging. When you claim what is yours, you do so with confidence, not desperation. Desperation suggests lack, while confidence affirms abundance. You do not need to hold on tightly to your desires, rather. You trust that they are already yours and allow them to unfold naturally. This trust creates an openness that invites manifestation, as it frees you from the need to control or manipulate the process. Claiming what is yours also involves taking ownership of your choices and actions. It is not enough to simply declare your desires, you must align your behavior with them. This means showing up as the person who already has what you seek. It means making decisions from a place of abundance rather than scarcity, acting with confidence rather than hesitation, and embodying the energy of fulfillment rather than longing. When you claim what is yours, you step into the role of the creator rather than the victim. You stop waiting for circumstances to change or for someone else to grant you permission. Instead, you take responsibility for your reality, knowing that it is shaped by your beliefs, thoughts, and actions. This empowerment transforms your relationship with your desires, allowing you to approach them with a sense of ease and certainty. The act of claiming is a declaration of faith, not just in the process of manifestation, but in yourself. It is a statement that you trust your inner guidance, that you believe in your worthiness, and that you are willing to step into the life you envision. This faith creates a ripple effect, influencing not only your inner state, but also the external conditions that shape your experience. When you claim what is yours, you step into a state of alignment where your desires and your reality converge. This alignment is the key to unlocking the life you truly want, a life that reflects the highest version of yourself. By claiming what is yours, you affirm your role as the architect of your destiny, stepping into the truth that you are already everything you desire to be. In closing, remember this: the life you desire is not distant or out of reach, it is already within you. The doubts, fears, and uncertainties that have held you back are merely illusions, distractions designed to keep you from your power. You are the creator of your reality, and every desire, every dream that stirs within you is simply a reflection of your true potential. Stop doubting yourself. Embrace the truth that you are worthy of all that you desire. Trust that your imagination is the blueprint, and your belief is the force that brings your visions to life. There is no limit to what you can achieve once you claim what is yours and align your actions with your highest purpose. Let go of the illusion of failure, for every challenge is merely an opportunity to grow. Remember, your desires are not fleeting whims, but divine nudges, guiding you toward your greatest expression. Every step you take in confidence, in belief, and in action brings you closer to the manifestation of your dreams. Now is the time to step into your power, to claim the light you are destined to live, and to pursue your desires without hesitation. The universe is already conspiring in your favor, but it is up to you to believe, to act, and to receive. Thank you for your presence today, for taking the time to invest in yourself and your dreams. You are a creator, and your potential is boundless. It has been a privilege to share these truths with you. Keep moving forward, knowing that everything you desire is already on its way. Stay confident, stay committed, and above all, stay true to the powerful force within you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey.